Whew. We're celebrating the arrival of the new year in the northeastern freshwater streams of Tasmania's pristine rainforest. The goal for the trip is to hunt down some blue Tasmanian sapphires using a variety of methods to see if we can unearth those rich blue colours and find ourselves some stones worthy of faceting. Tasmania has an abundance of precious stones, and in this particular river there's the potential to find topaz, zircons, sapphires, and of course those big black spinel. We'll be arriving late afternoon, so a quick setup of the tents and into the wetsuits so we can make the most of this beautiful afternoon that we've been gifted with. See if you can touch him. A blue tongue. They're a cool looking critter. They're pretty placid, aren't they, really? Just making that walk in, and it's a beautiful walk at that. Oh man, still recovering from the flu, so I'm absolutely sweating. Woo. Wow. It's really hot today. I'm going to jump in and I'm going to start off with the sniping and see if we can pick a few out underwater. And I think the boys are going to work on the sieves. It felt amazing to finally have my head underwater, cool down and begin the hunt for those colourful little treasures. And almost immediately we had our first little piece of sapphire.
Got some instant colour, boys. Little blue sapphire. Got a nice couple of zircons. Saxon's got a nice little one as well.
It's not uncommon to find some show of colour fairly quickly, but it's those unfractured stones that we'll be looking for, the ones worthy of being faceted.
Got a nice amount of spinel there.
Saxon had some work to do on the way that he was using the sieves, but as the day progressed he certainly got the hang of it. Underwater I was still finding good shows of colour, but at this point there was nothing too exciting.
I remember last time I was here, somewhere down in this spot here was really good, so it'll be interesting to see if it might have filled back up.
On a previous trip, these giant crevices were loaded with the good sized black spinel. Generally the good gemstones are associated with the larger spinel. It's a sign of the similar density and the weight of the stones. This time there was still good spinel, but unfortunately there were no sapphires. I came across a large boil hole. It had some huge spinel, but working through the material would take some time. It felt like a lifetime to work through this material, but eventually a few little colours did show, but it wouldn't be over until we reached the bottom.
Whoa! That there's a, I think they call it a star sapphire maybe, and it's a really messy one, but man, that's probably 10 carat. It's huge. You having any luck? Have you seen any?
Yes.
Hudson's saying no.
No, we got a teeny one.
I haven't seen anything.
Did ya? Maybe if I grab the scoop when I find some big spinel and I'll throw it in your pan and your sieves. It was time to start being a dad and help the younger ones out. I'm glad I did, because once put into practice, things started to heat up. I'd load up the sieves and my little tribe of prospectors worked through the material.
Oh, we've got one. Oh, that one's a real clear. There's that topaz. It's green. I think it's a green sapphire. Nice.
Oh, that's good.
She yelled out saying she had a top sieve in excitement.
It's
It's a topaz.
That's
oh,
nice.
That's beautiful. this is working with me, getting the material. Oh, that's so pretty. That's real nice.
Any more had in my top sieve?
Yeah, real nice.
Is it as big as my ring? No.
Not as big as the beast
That must have been so
that I
massive.
found, yeah. There's a couple of big rocks here in the front, and I'm getting material that's got clay mixed in with it, and I feel like it's been untouched for a very long time. Just shoveling it out and putting it into their sieves. Righto, Saxon, let's fill it up.
The advantage of using the mask and snorkel really gave us the edge in seeing just where those large spinel were actually hiding.
There you go, that's some new material. Wow, those topaz, you should see how much that's shining on this
Really?
cutting. Yeah.
That was just in that one sieve.
Well, plenty of colour, they're not cutters.
They're not huge.
Not cutters, but
They're
look
pretty
nice.
though.
Almost as pretty as Mum. Yeah, that material's real good. It's just all clay mixed in with it, but I think there's heaps of big spinel inside of it. Sure you're not missing any, Goose? Watch out for those. Watch out for those nice smoky quartzes that you should be keeping. Look at that, that's beautiful.
The material I'm working through here had been unworked, and I knew at some point that a good stone would show up.
Who wants this one? I need to be able to move that big rock, but I think it's too big. It's too big. So is that one. That's probably why there's so much good material up under it.
Come on, Dad, you go get me some material.
Mango?
And then get the mango.
That nice and material too, that.
The family were putting in the orders, and I certainly had my work cut out.
You can see this stuff here. It hasn't, like it's just clay sitting on the bottom. So I'd throw that in your sieve even. It hasn't moved in a long time. That's what we want. Oh, this is going to be nice under here.
There's a sapphire.
I think I'm finding that people must dig in all the regular obvious spots from the surface, but see under this log there's a whole heap of rocks that no one would bother to get up under.
Ooh, nice one. Tucked down in there. Nice and clear. Not a huge stone, but definitely some nice colours.
Better be exciting, boy.
It's a lot of sapphire.
Pretty.
That's a green one, isn't it?
In the sun. Yeah, green ones. They're pretty. Still not big enough to cut. We've decided that we're probably going to head back up to camp now because the old mosquitoes are set in pretty hard. This time of the afternoon they tend to kick in. Yeah, we got onto some good stones there. By the looks of it, they might have got a couple of nice zircons and topaz. Not sure that we got a cuttable sapphire yet, but we'll see when we get back up to the car. Ready to go? Oh, she's thick through here. How's everyone going back there? Got to be careful out here too because It's an old tin mining area, so there's shafts about. Don't want to fall down one of them. Saxon and myself are just going to go collect some firewood. Keep the fire going. I reckon it'll get pretty cold tonight. Leave that there for the walk back. Don't forget it. Yeah, we're going to have a look now, Mum. I think Saxon's keen to have a look at these gemstones. Alright, let's see how you did, boys and girls. Wow, we did alright. I didn't think we'd got many, but... So what, some of those... Were some of those from the stuff I was dishing out to you, the big one?
I found that one just...
That's it.
Huddy's is...
That's a huge zircon, I think. Oh, look at that topaz. That's a ripper.
Isn't it good?
There's yours, Mum.
Alright, tip Dad's crumbs in there too. I got
Crumbs, yeah, heaps.
I got a massive star sapphire, I think they are.
Do you want yours in that one?
No, in with yours. We're a team effort today.
Ready? Ready? Yeah.
Yep. I think everything else would be crumbs. Nothing in there.
Take it.
You got this monster one.
I think we've got to go back down there tomorrow, family. Have a closer look later. Yeah, that one has still got its gem formation, little pyramid at the top. So cool up in there. Like a galaxy. It's like a galaxy. Dad's on cooking duties tonight, which means it's the same as every other night. Steak and salad. Still birds making noises. Do you notice any of that stuff? No, I'm good. I'll be full as because I had fucking venison burger. Got my new crazy headlamp, Emily. My sister got me this headlamp for Christmas. Super bright.
It's a good one.
Not good for my Olight sponsorship. Oops. The Australian way, we've got the Milo out. Don't go too hardcore and you won't sleep tonight. So. We're right to go. Another beautiful day we got today. We've just had brekkie, about to set out. We're going to go back to the same location and yeah, just try our luck. We really want to get one of those big sapphires. We've mastered the topaz, but the next on the list is the sapphires.
This is after he got cross with me.
I just told her off for not packing a shirt in case the mozzies get hectic down there, which they usually do. I don't want to be running back up here mid-trip. Anyway, now I'm holding hands. You feeling much better, Hudson? Not really. I reckon after today you'll be good. Poor old sicko. Mum and Dad really shouldn't have brought you out here.
There you go. Do you want to have a sleep?
So I think the focus today will be much the same as yesterday. I'll be underwater moving the material, getting down to the good spinel, closer to the bedrock, and then I'll feed that material into the kids' sieves. It seemed to work really well for us. We're getting a lot of colour, and yeah, those big topaz were a good sign. I've just got to figure out where I'm going to start working. I was thinking for something different. I might start in this higher flow area and then work my way up to this big boulder here. Hopefully in behind there some of the good stones have collected. I quickly began by working my way down to the bedrock where a good concentration of spinel had collected. And the same as my start yesterday, almost immediately found colour.
Oh, nice one as you tap me on the shoulder. Just going to throw that in. Put your hand out.
Filling up sieves for the family would be the order of the day.
Right. Like that.
But in between each few shovelfuls, I was able to spend a little bit of time collecting my own stones.
You got a top sieve zircon?
Yeah.
Or is it a topaz a little bit?
Oh no, topaz.
It's another topaz, is it? Wow. They're so clean and they're such nice topaz. Like, no blemishes. They throw it in your snuffer.
I've got another
Team.
sapphire.
I found a couple of nice sapphires here, but trying to pick them up was difficult. I'm used to putting heavy gold in my hand, but because the sapphires are much lighter, they behave differently underwater.
Oh wow, I could barely see that one.
This spot seemed to have good colour almost immediately, so we continued spending our time in this area.
Another load.
Hudson, my youngest son, enjoys using a pan. It takes him a little more time to work the material, but he was still finding some good colours.
That's a nice one.
Things underwater are starting to look promising as well.
Right, I got a nice clean one. Yeah.
I'll put it in the snap.
Silky. It's a little bit silky, I think they say. Nice looking one. Got some cool colour. Clear and blue.
There were a lot of little fractured blues being found, and you can see an array of other colours including the zircons as well. And there was no slacking off on filling sieves. This was a good sized sapphire, but unfortunately once again has some fractures. Saxon found these three nice stones, and one of them looked to be a potential cutter.
Surely that's a custom.
But it wasn't until Hudson went sifting through Louise's tailings that the stone of the day arrived.
Oh my goodness.
Found the best gemstone of the day in someone's pile.
So someone
Probably
missed
me.
it. Mum's the guilty one.
Yes.
It looked like
Paddy.
a spinel, that's why. Oh, that's a ripper.
Oh wow.
You're in trouble. Is that your pile? So Mum dumped all the tailings here.
All out.
Is there more in it?
Let's spread them all out.
I knew I'd worked hard for At least something. Hudson, good spot. So you were just looking at Mum's heap and you spotted that.
All my heaps, Huddy.
I just was putting all my sapphires in the snapper and I was nervous.
It's beautiful, Hudson.
Put it back in there. Let's see
That's
what it
cuttable.
looks
It's 2 or 3. That'd be 2 or 3 carat, maybe 4. Oh, you can see how easy it would be to miss that.
That's
No, not on this
not
camera.
like that.
Get the sun in it, but in the shade, that would be hard to spot.
There's one.
Oh, that's cool. I thought we'd worked pretty hard today and I was surprised we hadn't come across anything, but that one is beautiful.
They're probably all in my tailings.
It's a cutter for sure.
It was back to work, but we'd need to keep an eye on Mum. A little bit of quality control of her work ethic.
Someone's being a bit thorough over there.
Done it again.
Did you do it again?
No, like I took it all and
Ah, I see, yeah.
With Mum now taking longer to check through her material, Dad had a little more time to find his own gems underwater. These aren't cuttable stones by any means, but collecting all the colours is just as much fun. Working crevices is generally not the best way to go looking for gemstones, but in saying that, my largest gemstone did come from a crevice, which was a topaz that I had faceted and set into a ring for Louise. So I still like to work through these sort of deposits. And then what do you know, another giant topaz arrived.
I think that's another giant topaz. It's got a bit of green. Look at that. It's topaz, isn't it? What a beast. That thing's huge. What did you find?
redeem myself. This one is nice.
Yeah.
That one.
So, second good stone for the day, which is good. She's looking a bit closer at each
Can't redeem
sieve
myself.
now. Oh yeah, he's a ripper. Oh, that's a beautiful topaz. There's so many good cutting topaz here. Nice work, Hudson. Well, look at all that spinel.
There's nothing in it though.
Nothing in it. Just having fun, aren't you? Saxon reckons he might have a cutter. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah, but look how clear it is.
Yeah, it's a nice clear one. The ripper Saxon. I feel like I haven't seen them all day because I've had my head underwater. There she is. We've had a good day. We've got onto some really nice colours. The huge topaz was unreal. But we're going to pack up all our gear now, head back up to camp, and we've got some other plans for the rest of our trip. We're going to go camp a night on the east coast, do a bit of diving, and snorkel for some crayfish and abalone. So we'll get packed up and get out of here.
Alright, welcome home. So we'll start out with our zircons. Now it looks like there's a lot of them, and that's because we just keep everything. So a lot of these are very, very small stones. They're not cutters, but we just like to collect all the colours that we find. It's an awesome way to have a look at the stones up close and just see all the different varieties of colours and shades. Each stone's very, very unique. This one here could probably be faceted. It's probably one of the larger clear stones. And although it's very small, it's quite surprising what they can actually cut in size. Then we've got those incredible topaz. Can't get over the size and the clarity of these topaz. They're just the most beautiful stones, and there seems to be an abundance of really big ones in this area. Then last but not least, we have our sapphires. Now, this is a lot of stones. Obviously, these are not all cutters or anything like that. It's all those small stones that we collected, but I'll pull the cutters out shortly and we'll have a closer look at them. But yeah, just a beautiful array of colors. But you can tell that the boys had an awesome time collecting as many as they could. Now it's these three here that I would say are our potential cutters for the sapphires. They can certainly be pretty difficult to find. We spent a day and a half looking for them, and we got these three beautiful little blue sapphires. Alright, and to weigh in some of the larger stones, we'll start with the topaz. Got a 3.1 carat, beautiful stone that one, nice and clear right through. And then the largest topaz of the trip. This is a beast, this thing. It does have a fracture right through the center, unfortunately, but there'd still be two very nice stones to be cut from the sides. And it's a 15 carat topaz, which is just crazy. And for our sapphires, this is the smallest of the three. It's a 0.6er. Even something that small can be cut. It's quite tedious work for the person cutting them. And the second largest, we've got our second largest one. That comes in at just over a carat. And for the largest cutter of the sapphires, it's just over 2 carats, so it's a nice stone, that one. And it's certainly the stone of the trip. Now this one's one of those bomb sapphires. When I found it, I guessed around 10 carat, and I was pretty much right on the money. 10.25. Next time you guys see me, we'll be back on the gold. I've had an awesome start to the new year, and I've got a good little adventure to share with you. If you've enjoyed today's one, as always, make sure you can give it a like for me, drop some comments below, share it about, and until the next one, happy hunting. All the best with the new year, and we'll see you all next time.